I was Project Man, so everybody back then with another video. This is, as you probably saw up here, Conor McGregor funniest trash talks. Now here's the thing, folks. I know a thing or two about a thing or two. I do know Conor McGregor, you know what I'm saying? Fun fact, I actually found out about him when I was watching something WWE related, and I think it was like Brock Lesnar did some type of old interview where somebody asked him about him. And like Brock was like, yo, he's like the size of my leg. I could beat him. But so basically Conor was talking some type of trash. I was like, well, this Conor dude must be a big guy. And then I found out he was like 150 pounds. And I was like, what is a guy like this talking this type of trash? But then I tried to see what the hype was about. And from what I seen, bro, I was like, you know what? I can kind of see why motherfuckers was enamored by him. You know what I'm saying? The dude is funny, confident, and widely entertaining. And we just going to look at the good old days. I know he ain't been hitting harder than the 100-pack, giving you the thrill of a round uphill as he once did. But we are here to check out some of the good moments. And hopefully, you know, I know he got some other, you know, issues and things people said about him. But either way, hopefully we could just, you know what I'm saying, get something good from him, get some prominence, you know what I'm saying, back to the UFC. And he could just bring that ultimate hit factor, you know what I'm saying, even if it's not the same as it used to be. But no more wasting time. Did a lot of talking. Now it's time to get straight into this thing. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's go.
Guy.
I've probably seen a lot of these clips, by the way, because, again, I was trying to see what the hype was about. So these, I probably came across some of the most typical clips. But
wrestling here?
I could rest my balls on your forehead.
Yeah, I know.
Put myself on the side.
I could rest my balls on your forehead.
That was just so freaking childish, bro. Oh, man. Oh, man. Not the Irish music, yeah?
I know he wasn't saying that I am that person, but it put me in that bracket. And I did not appreciate that one bit. So, you know, there's people buried in the desert for less than that. So Floyd needs to understand before he speaks who he is speaking about, and that is as simple as that.
Yeah, now that Floyd build-up was fun, man. You know, it did, obviously, for those who don't know, it broke records. Freaking, I think it's like the highest bought UFC, highest bought, like, combat sports of a sporting event of all time. Like, I think it's like the most pay-per-view bought, like, combat sporting event of all time. So yeah, that thing shattered goddamn records. Just a testament how entertaining he is, man.
Orange cotton candy.
You look like a 50-year-old retired skateboarder. A little fat old man you look like.
You my fat?
Jose Aldo backed out. He was going to fight you, backed out, and said it was due to a rib injury.
Oh boy, yeah, that fight was.
He's been cleared to fight by a doctor. What do you think happened?
I mean, the man is running scared. I cannot force a man who is not willing to step in and fight. I cannot force him into the octagon to face me, but really I cannot hold any grudge towards him because I would not want to face me either. Because
hey, man. But look, the confidence was definitely backed up. She looks familiar. The confidence was definitely backed up by his actions, though. Like, you can't even say that motherfucker went backing up his actions at that point in time, bro. Come on, man.
I just don't feel.
You know how that fight went, especially.
You were going to destroy him.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was, you think it was pure fear. He's the reason he backed out.
He has been medically cleared to fight. Doctors have looked at him, examined him. He went and saw a gynecologist, and it turns out it was just a little bit examined him. He went and saw a gynecologist, and it turns out it was just a little bit of period. He has been told to fight like this or something up.
Oh,
he's a
man.
tall American.
He's experienced.
Real, yeah. He's been around the game a long time.
Okay.
There he is. He's not the best looking guy. I wanted a better looking opponent.
God damn, no. He do got that God done. You could say a battle ring. You could say he got like the top, you know, he got like the face plate that Iron Man has, where it got that little, you know what I'm saying, got that opening right there, where they got that little, you know what I'm saying? No cap, he does got that Iron Man face plate as a goddamn hairline, bro. This is just freaking wild. Or you could go like a full on Like, I wouldn't even just say the battle ring, bro. This look like a Pac-Man ghost. If y'all look at it like from like the tilt your head like this, bro, that's a Pac-Man. That's Pac-Man right there, bro. That is Pac-Man eating up his hairline, bro. Yeah, he definitely, no offense to this guy, I'm sure he could probably whoop ass, but he was most definitely not the most fascinating thing to look at, bro. God damn. He built like an iron board.
But no, he caught me out, you know.
Why did you want a better looking opponent?
I don't know, it's just, you know what, too, I don't know, he's an ugly, no, he's an experienced guy.
I'm really sorry that I couldn't fight him the last time.
Yeah, man, he just, hey, whatever you want to say about him, man, he had the confidence, bro. He basically had the personality and the confidence that not everybody else had, and that's why, other than him winning his fights, you know, that's what made him a must-see attraction, man, you know what I'm saying?
And when it comes time to fight him
to
now,
the fight game.
I'm going to kick his ass.
Can you say what you thought when you saw him there? What was your reaction?
I honestly, the first thing I said to him was, wow, I didn't think I'd see you again. So I was actually happy to see him. I shook his hand, I embraced him, I gave him a little cuddle, I told him everything's going to be A-okay. It will be over before you know it. Just please show up December 12th. So I don't want to scare him anymore. He's petrified. He went running before. So now I'm going to take the opposite approach. Cuddle him, look after him, whisper sweet nothings, tell him it's going to be all right. It will be over quick. And hopefully get him into that octagon December 12th and then end his career.
Well, damn.
I was just giggling at his little soft buddy. I've never seen a skinny guy. How can a fat guy be so skinny at the same time? It amuses me.
This is a question for both McGregor and Cowboy. I see you both winning the championship coming up soon. Could you see yourself fighting each other coming up in the next year?
Yeah, man, that's kind of wild how you, when you think about that Cowboy Cerrone fight ended, that was freaking crazy. Crazy! 40-second
go
fight.
Ahead, McNugget, you want to answer that or no?
What did you say?
Yeah, go ahead, McNugget. You want to answer that or no?
McNugget.
Ladies first.
Isn't that funny how it's like ladies over here at the table, like, what's that supposed to mean? Bro, I know them girls at the table like, what's that supposed to mean?
His chin is deteriorating. Every single contest he gets in, he hits one knee. He does a gust of wind and he does the chicken dance. You know what I mean? Coming up against me, that's not going to be good, you know?
We're going to talk about money because we are the
business this is like probably the most viral clip he's got.
And all that
I'll take over
stuff.
from here, Nate. You can bounce. take a coffee break, Nate.
Yep.
And by coffee break, I mean bring me
my coffee.
No. They want you to give us a quick count to 10, both of you gentlemen, if you don't mind. Just if you
I'm going to let him say it.
Nate can only count to 5.
That was funny, bro.
Count to 5, Nate, will you, if you can.
Oh, man.
Hurry up with that coffee.
Counting. How about
and hurry up with that coffee.
I ain't gonna lie, he can only count to 5. It's kind of wild.
My thoughts on Dennis Seaver is he's a...
He said his thoughts.
Do you have any thoughts
like
on Dennis Seaver?
Tots.
My thoughts on Dennis Seaver is he's a midget German steroid head. That's my thoughts on him. So I don't have any thoughts other than that. But if you think you said congratulations on now number 9, if you think I celebrate number 9, you're highly mistaken, my friend. I don't give a shit about rankings. As far as I'm concerned, Otario.
Yep.
You know what that means? Pussy.
Damn.
And Conor, Fabrício Verdun, he told us in Brazil that you tried to train at King's MMA for the fight against Jose Aldo. Is that true?
Why would I want to train in that bum gym? I train with my own people. I have since day one.
He wanna fight in gyms with the men that sweat. They are his guys, man.
He needs to get his facts straight before I roll in there and buy that gym and turn it into a fucking.
I probably don't clean up their mat.
You know what I mean?
Não é nada.
Chad was kicking his ass. Has he heard about jiu-jitsu? Does he know what wrestling is? Chad took that fight with 2 weeks' notice. It looked like a turtle.
Well, at the end of it, he was the turtle. But as far as I'm concerned, when you fought Chad, he rearranged your face. You haven't looked right since. After that 5-round Mendes fight, which arguably could have went to him, you look like you've had a stroke. The left side of your face is drooping. I'm worried about you. Honestly, I'm worried.
I love you.
I love you
like my bitch. I just want to make sure you're okay.
Semana passada o time
Get yourself medically tested because your face is drooping.
Really don't care.
That baseball pretty fucked up, man. It was bad, bro. That freaking what do you even call, like, that freaking laceration, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn. I mean, just damn.
He said, tell him he's his daddy.
There it go. There it is. That skid mark. You know what I'm saying? It just, you know, hey, it happens, bro.
Is like a man.
Tell him I said I am his daddy.
Ele é seu
pai. El cabrón.
Nunca vai ser.
Sit on my lap.
Nunca vai ser. Tá mais fácil.
Sit on my lap.
Eu domino.
Sit on my lap.
Sometimes it's submission, but in the end, my hand's raised every time, and I'm 100% confident.
Oh, yeah, this was before Dustin Poirier stepped into his own, man. This was when he was just a young lad, man.
You know.
You know, he doesn't have a vision of what's going to happen, as you can clearly see. Yeah, throughout training camp, you definitely have shots that you see, that you feel cracking. You know, you
said, bro, he made it was so stupid. Why he said, as you can see, he clearly doesn't have a vision.
Feel them shots happen. His weakness is obviously his chin. You know, look, don't get me wrong. I like the kid. He's a quiet little hillbilly from the back arse of nowhere. You know, I've nothing against the guy, you know what I mean? I'm sure he grew up in a circus or a fair, or, you know, he's a nice little kid. Cletus, or, you know, his cousin's probably named Cletus or something. He's a nice kid.
Cletus?
I felt the finish was there for me, and I injured my knee midway through the second. I just can't get it out of my head, but looking back, I should have just pulled my knee from my leg and hit him with it, you know what I mean? That's what I'm...
Yeah, he started moving like one of them disabled people that be getting the bionic legs. Boy, that's how they be hitting people for real. Now, actually, watch out for them, man, y'all. Like, no cap. Like, the fact, like, I ain't gonna lie. No, that's real shit. That's real shit, though. If somebody could take off their leg and beat you over the head with it like a goddamn baseball bat and start making you, bah, bah, wham! Like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You might have to watch out for that guy. I ain't gonna cap to you.
I just went with what was comfortable. And what was comfortable was get the motherfucker to the ground. You know what I mean? Just kind of... And just play it from there. You know what I mean? We get looked after when we finish. This promotion wants finishes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm looking for. These custom-made suits aren't cheap. You know what I mean? This solid gold pocket watch. 3 people died making this watch. You know what I
mean? Why are they all so close together? Damn. Bro, Dana, bro. We could have afforded better than this, man. I mean, they are shoulder to goddamn shoulder. Somebody sneeze wrong and all these people are going down like dominoes, bro.
I need to put people away. I need them big fights.
Like, come on, bro.
I'm gonna end up in debt pretty fast. You know what I mean? So I'm looking to hurry it along and finish everyone. You know what I mean? So that's my thoughts on.
He really was hitting that. You know what I'm saying? He really was hitting that Atlanta talk right there, right? He was like him instead of you know what I mean? He hit like he was low key hitting that Atlanta for real.
It was green walking out there. The place was green. There was green flags, fucking leprechauns floating around. It was unbelievable. You know what I mean? It was brilliant.
I'm telling you, bro, he was hitting that Atlanta, bro.
I forgot too when I was
extremely hitting that Atlanta accent, bro.
And he had to cut down to make that 155-pound limit. And then the king calls and says, "You're up again, kid." And now he's got to do it all over again. So I mean, just looking at him, he's aged 25 years in the last 2 weeks. So,
2 weeks?
I can only imagine how he's feeling. You know what I mean? So I don't know what he shows up. But if he shows up December 12th, the division will be killed, like I predicted. And then it's on to the 155, stuck in the mud division.
Between Ricardo and Frankie and Chad, who do you think is the strongest mixed martial artist?
Ricardo, Frankie, and Chad. That seems like a goddamn group of nerds. Ricardo, Frankie, and Chad. These are my friends. It's like when you introduce one side of your friends to the other side, but they don't like mesh well. So it's like, here are my friends. Ricardo, Chad. I already forgot the other motherfucking name.
I feel comfortable against both. Frankie has held the lightweight title. He's challenged at a high level his whole career. He fights with his heart, but again, he's an aging competitor. He's on the downside of his career. I think that's an accurate assessment. The same with Cub. I believe he's aging. He looks 95 years old. I say it every time. But for me personally, you know,
them having to zoom up around Rousey was hilarious.
against Frankie. I respect his style, but I would like Cub to win for the specific reason that he seems to think that he has been promised a UFC title shot if he wins this fight against Frankie. So I want him to win that contest, and then I will bake a freshly made pie and smack him clean in the face with it when I get the title shot. If you look back at the last featherweight contest,
I ain't gonna lie, you could tell like everybody at the freaking UFC press conference was captivated because now everybody turning their attention to this nigga when he started speaking.
in Mexico, it was between a guy who had a horrendous fight against Jose Aldo, Ricardo Lamas. He fought like a pussy. He ran for 5 rounds. And then you look at Dennis Bermudez, who's on a false win streak. Holloway beat him. So these are 2 average, okay, journeyman fighters. Yet there was so much light on that fight.
I know I'm kind of
so
covering
much
up
attention on 2 decision. You know, Dennis is a decision machine, and Ricardo's fought like a pussy. So they still got that exposure. People are even talking about Nick Lentz. Who gives a shit about Nick Lentz, really? Now, before I came along, they can say all they want, but they're up here, they're trying to talk like I'm trying to talk, they're rocking the suits and everything, you know what I mean? But there is only one. City, you know, Ireland number 2, I like to call it. And then, you know, it's on to big business. Jose will be told what to do. He will be told he must fly economy to Ireland, fill out an 80,000-seater football stadium, break records, highest gate, highest attendance, highest pay-per-view, and then he will hand over that belt on home soil. So that's my year plan right there.
That's a nice plan to set up right there.
I am highly confident I will shut Jose Aldo down in spectacular fashion and take over the game. I say it how I want to say it, yeah?
What did you say?
I say it how I want to say it, yeah? The king speaks however he wants. I'll be fresh after 197. I believe I will dust Rafael inside 1 minute. He is a slower, sloppier version of Aldo. He's like a bum version of Aldo. So I believe in absolutely everything. I believe inside 1 minute I will dust him. I will exit the contest fresh. I will cash the check. I will sign the next contract for UFC 200, the brand new MGM, and we'll go again. 2015 was my year. 2016 is also my year. Every year is my fucking year.
I actually...
Hey, Conor. First off, Conor,
what that was.
How tall are you, buddy?
5'9".
I'm 5'9" too now. That's not a hit, man. You know, I'm 5'9" too. Hold on, let me smaller myself. Yeah, I'm 5'9" too, man. You know, we don't all get 6 feet tall, man. It's all good, bro. Although this was still funny though.
All right, I'm 5'6".
You're 5'4" at least.
3 inches taller than you, buddy.
5'4" at least. You should stand up.
Isn't that kind of crazy how in UFC you could make fun of somebody's height because there ain't a whole lot of tall guys in your division like that? So you can't actually get away with making fun of short people.
5'4" at least. You should stand
that
up.
That are like real short people.
Yeah, all right.
Personally, I wish you all the best. I don't think it's going to be any different from the previous contest. But don't worry, I will take that belt from Jose and I will come back hunting for your little midget head.
I gotta believe that somewhere that doesn't sit right with you, that you would like a crack at this guy. So with him sitting there, I mean, is there something you would like to put into words, or is that just
he looked like that right there, bro?
You're content with fighting this guy if he moves on?
No, I mean, for sure. Well, what's he been saying over and over again? He's the money fight. I mean, I'd be stupid not to want that fight.
That's all I ask. To be honest. To come up here and tell the damn truth. Good on you, Frankie.
Truth.
Conor,
T-R-U-T.
take a look around you. You got a lot of champions, a lot of grizzled vets.
Or T-R-O-O-T.
Who do you think would give you the hardest fight out of anybody on stage?
Oh, this was... Oh, he did him bad right here, bro.
145 pound. The real hardest hitting 145
the hardest
right here.
What? Who the...
This guy TKOs people. When I knock people out, they don't move.
Oh, damn.
Who the is that guy?
I'm sorry, man. If a grown man asks you who the fuck are you? And there's actually legitimacy behind that as far as people would have a chance to really not know who the fuck you is. I'm sorry, bro. You might have had to leave that press conference table, bro. God damn. I ain't gonna cap though. I think I seen a video of him saying he actually knew who he was at that time, but you know it made good for a cold line, so he said it. But he actually knew who he was.
Is that? Oh my God! I don't know. When I take that guy's belt, Leprechaun. Oh, good one. When I take that guy's belt,
good one.
I'm looking around.
He tried.
I don't know what anyone else has for me around here. I might have to jump up and drag Floyd Mayweather out there and see what the he's at again.
Yeah, and then I think that probably was the birth of how that fight actually got started.
Gonna take
that probably would have done it.
I don't see him getting out of the first round, to be honest. I think he's going to come in, approach, and try and make the fight ugly.
I forgot. Conor was calling his fights pretty well, too, when he was predicting how they would go.
Try and make the fight ugly, but
everything
as you
was
can
on
see,
point,
sitting here next to me,
man.
I'm just too damn pretty.
Man was definitely calling this shot, shooting that motherfucker, and it landed in the goddamn middle of the goddamn head, right about there. But for those of you who will probably watch this section of the video, like, comment, and subscribe. At the end of the day, we're gonna say this or this and what it's gonna be. As the project continues to come out with content, vision, bangers over and over again for you guys doing my thing and doing it well, and I shall see y'all in the next video, man. For those fans watching at home, well, what the hell else was you watching? But anyway, peace.